playing some more Regicide. I've been playing this game off camera and I've been really enjoying it again. And so I figured I would record another video of it since people seem to like the last one. If you're unfamiliar with Regicide, this is a fantasy card game using a standard suited 54 card deck. So 52 standard cards and 2 jokers. Any deck will work, but I am using the official Regicide deck with custom art that is specifically designed for the game. As you can see, the art is amazing. To get the game set up, you need to separate all of the face cards from the rest of the deck. You also need to separate the jokers. Put the jokers on the side, face down, like this. Then, shuffle up the kings. And once they're shuffled, put them at the top of the playfield. Then do the same with the queens. And put them right on top of the kings. And then finally do the same with the jacks. And put them on top of the queens. The rest of the deck is called the Tavern deck. I'm going to be explaining the rules kind of quickly. If you'd like to see a more detailed explanation, I'll link my first video on the game in the description and also hopefully in the video if I remember to do that. Let's do one more shuffle. To start, draw a hand of 8 cards. Put the rest of the Tavern deck on the side and flip the first face card. It's the Jack of Hearts. The goal of the game is to defeat the face cards by playing cards from your hand that equal the health value of the face card. I've got the info card right here, which shows the stats of each face card. Jacks have 10 attack power and 20 HP. And here, I've got some mini cards that we'll be using to track HP. So that's 20 cards right there, 10 spades and 10 hearts. Now we take turns playing cards. First, we play a card to deal damage to the royal, and then the royal deals damage to us, which is represented by us discarding cards from our hand. When we play a card to fight the royal, we also activate a special effect, and you can see the 4 special effects here on the info card. Hearts let you take cards from your discard pile, which is currently empty, and move them to the bottom of the Tavern deck. Diamonds let you draw cards from the Tavern deck into your hand, and I just noticed that we did not draw any diamonds in our first hand, so I think I'm actually just gonna shuffle up and deal another hand, because if you don't draw any diamonds, then you automatically are gonna have to use one of your lives, your jokers. So I think we'll just reshuffle and draw a new hand, and hopefully we get a diamond. That's very unlucky to not get even a single diamond in your starting hand. enemy's attack power for the remainder of the battle. The order of operations is shown right here. You start by playing a card, then you activate the suit power, although this only applies to the red suit powers, the hearts and the diamonds. Then you deal damage to the enemy. This is where you would activate the club suit power, and then you suffer damage from the enemy, and this is where you would activate the spade suit power. So, let's start. And I think I'm going to start by playing the 5 of clubs. So we play a card. We don't activate the suit power yet because it's a black suit power. We deal damage to the enemy. We do 5 times 2 because it's a club. So we deal 10 damage. Then we suffer damage from the enemy. So we have to discard cards whose value adds up to the attack power of the enemy. So let's do the 6 and the 4 of hearts because that adds up to 10. Next, let's play the 9 of diamonds. So we play the card, we activate the suit power, which is draw from the deck. So you would draw 9 cards, but the maximum hand size is 8, so we only draw 4 cards. Then we deal damage to the enemy, 9 damage, so he's only got 1 HP remaining. And now we suffer damage from the enemy, so we have to take 10 damage. And I think I will do the 7 of hearts, the 2 of hearts, and the 2 of spades. And for this last turn, I'm going to play the 7 of clubs, and I'm going to attach the ace of diamonds. You can only do this with aces. Aces are animal companions. They can be comboed with any single card. And the way they work is that you add up the values of the cards. So 7 plus 1 is 8. And then you would apply both suit powers. So this would deal double damage, and it would also draw 8 cards. Note that the doubling effect only applies to the damage dealt, so you would not draw 16 cards if that were even possible with the maximum hand limit. You would deal 16 damage, but you would only draw 8 cards. So that might sound like overkill when he only had 1 health remaining, but I wanted to be able to draw cards. So, we defeat the first enemy. All these cards go in the discard pile. The defeated enemy also goes in the discard pile. If you defeat the enemy with exactly 0 HP remaining, so if we dealt 1 damage there and brought him to exactly 0, then instead of putting the enemy in the discard pile, you put him on top of the tavern deck, so you will draw him the next time you draw cards. Let's flip the next enemy. It's the Jack of Diamonds. And it's time to bring up a very important element of the game, one that is easy to lose track of as you're playing, so you kind of have to be careful. When you play a card against an enemy, if the enemy is the same suit as that card, you do not apply the suit power. So if I were to play the 8 of diamonds against the Jack of diamonds, I would not draw cards. This is a mistake I make all the time when I'm playing this game. I play a card, I forget to check the suit of the enemy, and then I accidentally apply the suit power. I did it in my last video of this game. I'm going to try really hard to not do it in this video. But we're not going to have to worry about it with the Jack of Diamonds because I am going to play the 9 of spades with the Ace of clubs. So let's put this off to the side for now because we're only fighting jacks for the start. So that's 20 HP. We deal 9 plus 1 is 10. Doubled is 20, so we instantly kill the jack. And since he has 0 HP remaining, he goes on top of our tavern deck. Now, since we killed him instantly, we didn't really get to see the spade effect in action, but I'll just explain how it works. When you play a spade against an enemy, their attack power is permanently reduced by the number of the card. So in this case, we would reduce the jack's attack power by 10, and his attack power would be 0, so we would actually neutralize him for the rest of the fight, and we can play as many cards as we want against him, and he can't fight back. But he's dead anyways, so we didn't have to do that. Let's see what the next enemy is, the Jack of Spades, so we cannot reduce the attack power of this enemy. Let's reset his HP. And I think I'm gonna start by playing the 8 of diamonds plus the ace of hearts. So let's start with the suit powers. When you activate a heart and diamond suit power at the same time because of a combo, you do the hearts first. So the heart power is heal from discard. You take the discard pile and shuffle it. Then you deal out the number of cards that is equal to the value that you played. So we deal out 9 cards. The rest of the cards go back to the discard pile, and these cards go to the bottom of the tavern deck. Make sure you do not look at them. And now we draw. So we draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we deal damage. We deal 9 damage. So he has 11 HP remaining. And now we have to suffer damage from the enemy. We have to suffer 10 damage. Let's do the 10 of spades, since the spades don't work against this guy anyways. Next, I'm going to do the 6 of diamonds. So once again, we draw 6, 7, 8. We deal 6 damage, leaving him with 5 HP. And then we have to take 10 damage. Let's take the 10 of hearts. And you can discard multiple cards too. You don't have to just discard one. And for our last turn, let's play the 5 of hearts. We activate the suit power. I think there's only 5 cards in here, so I don't have to deal the 5 out. I'll just take the whole pile and put it at the bottom after I shuffle it. Okay. And now we deal 5 damage. We leave him at exactly 0. He goes on top of our tavern deck. The rest of the cards go in the discard pile. Our next opponent is the Jack of Clubs, so we cannot deal double damage against this guy. Reset him to 20 HP. Let's start our first turn with the 8 of clubs. We deal 8 damage. And now we suffer damage from the enemy, but we reduced his attack power by 8, so we only have to discard 2 worth of damage. So we'll discard the 3 of spades. Next, I'm going to play the 7 of diamonds. We draw, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We deal 7 damage, putting him at 5 remaining. And now we have to discard 2 damage, so we'll take the 2 of clubs and discard it. And for this last attack, I'm going to take the 5 of spades and play it, dealing exactly 5 damage. So we put him in the tavern, and then these go in the discard pile. Our next opponent is the Queen of Hearts, our first queen. So let's add 10 more HP. She has 30. Let's start with the Jack of Diamonds. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. We deal 10 damage, putting her down to 20. And now we take 15 damage. Let's do the Jack of Clubs and the 6 of Clubs. Now I'm going to play the 10 of Clubs. We deal exactly 20 which is enough to take out the queen. Exactly. And she ends up on top of our tavern deck. Now our next enemy, I'm really hoping, is not going to be the Queen of Diamonds, but we might be able to survive her if it is. It's not. It's the Queen of Clubs. Let's start with the 10 of Diamonds. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We deal 10 damage. And now we have to take 15 damage. Let's just discard the Queen of Hearts. I think I forgot to mention that base cards, when played, are worth their attack value. So this is 15. For our next turn, I'm going to play a combo. So we play 4, and then 4. You can play multiple cards of the same value, as long as their sum is less than 10. Just like with the animal companions, you get both suit powers, but we're fighting against the Queen of Clubs, so we do not double the attack power. Instead, we just draw 5, 6, 7, 8, and we deal 8 damage, putting her down to 12 HP. Now we have to take 15 damage. Let's do 8, 12, 15. I want to save this Jack of Spades for if we have to fight the Queen of Diamonds next. I'm gonna play the 5 of Diamonds. We will draw 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was good. We have some nice high cards that we can discard for this next damage phase. We deal 5 damage, putting her down to 7 HP. And I think we'll discard the 9 of Clubs and the 6 of Spades for damage. Now, for our last attack, we'll play the 9 of Hearts. So we activate the suit power. We heal 9 cards from the discard pile. We take out the queen, but not exactly, so she goes to the discard pile, not the tavern. And these all go to the discard pile. Now, do we fight the Queen of Diamonds? Diamonds are the scariest, in my opinion, because not being able to draw against them makes them extremely difficult to survive against. And in fact, I actually don't think we can survive this fight now that I'm looking at it. We can open with the Jack of Spades. That's a good start. We deal 10 damage, and we reduce the attack power of the queen down to 5. So we only have to take 5 damage. We'll do the 2 and the 3. We get to attack again. We attack with the 8 of Clubs, dealing 16 damage, bringing her down to 4 HP. But now we have to take 5 damage again, but we don't have the cards to do it. Normally, this would be a game over, but in the single player variant, we have 2 extra lives, jokers. So what we do is we flip one of the jokers, we discard our hand, and we draw a new hand. Now we discard 5 from this set. We'll do these 2. And we get those two. I changed my mind. We're gonna do this. And the reason why is because for our final attack, we can play the Four of Hearts. And we perfectly kill the queen. So she goes to our tavern deck. Oh, wait, I should actually, play the heart effect first. One, two, three, four. These go back to the discard, and these go into the tavern. And now we deal the damage. She goes to the tavern. These go to the discard. We reveal our next enemy, and it's the Queen of Spades. Reset her HP. And now I think we'll open by playing the Jack of Hearts. We activate the suit power again. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We deal 10 damage, and we have to take 15 damage, so we'll play the 9 and 7 of spades to our discard. Next, let's play the 9 of hearts. We refill our hand, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We reduce the queen's HP by 9. She goes down to 11 HP. This is my favorite card, by the way. I love this guy. I read on the website his name is Elkashoth. Or her name. I'm not actually sure. Now we have to discard 15 damage worth of cards. We'll do the 7 of hearts, the 7 of clubs, and the 2 of spades. And now I think we'll end the fight by playing the Queen of Diamonds. So we fill our hand again. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we finish off the queen. She goes to the discard pile. These go to the discard pile, and we reveal our next opponent. The King of Diamonds may be the worst thing it could have been. I actually don't know if we can survive this fight. Maybe we can actually. I think we might be able to. We'll see. We'll start with the 10 of spades. And let's reset his HP and add the final 10 HP on, because kings have 40 HP and 20 attack. So we deal 10 damage, bringing him down to 30 HP, and we reduce his attack by 10. Now we discard 10 damage, and we'll discard this, the 10 of hearts. Then I will play the 10 of clubs with the ace animal companion. So we deal 22 damage. 10 plus 1 is 11, times 2 is 22. So we deal, that's 10. That's 20, 22 damage. And then we reduce his attack power by 11, which puts him down to 0, so we've neutralized him. He can't hurt us anymore. So we can now finish him off with a 5, which deals 10 damage, taking him out. He goes to the discard pile. We managed to survive the King of Diamonds, but our hand is not looking so good. Let's see how this goes. We need some lucky draws here if we want to survive the next fight, the King of Hearts. So we'll play the 2 of hearts and the Ace of Diamonds. We draw 3 cards. These need to be 3 really good cards. 1, 3 damage, putting him at 37 HP. We barely got a scratch on him. And now we have to take 20 damage, and we have to take these 3, all of them. And all we have left is a measly ace, a single animal companion who will fight on his own, dealing 2 damage. But now we reach the damage phase, and I don't have any cards, so we have to play our second joker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And honestly, we didn't draw very good here either. So we need 20. There's 8, 13, 16, 19, 20. Okay, so we discard those. And for our next attack, let's play the 7 of diamonds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Our tavern deck is getting pretty low. But we can't refill from the discard pile until we take out this king. Now we need to take... oh, we deal damage. We deal 7 damage. So he is now down to 28 HP. Now we have to take 20 damage. We'll do 9, 17, 21. And now I really want to reduce his attack power, but I think if we don't play the 6, we have no way of surviving. Because we play the 8. Wait, maybe not. Oh, no. We play the 8, we would reduce his attack power to 12. Then we would have to play, to the discard pile, we would have to play the 2 6s, and then we wouldn't have any diamonds left, and we would be dead for sure. So we have to play the 6, and again, we have to hope we get some nice draws here. So, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those were okay, I guess. We might be able to survive if we're lucky. We deal 6 damage. He's down to 22. We need to play a heart as soon as we kill this guy, because we're almost out of cards. We have to take 20 damage. 10, 20. Oh, but we're in the same situation. Is there any way we could pick better cards to do this with? No, I don't think so. I think we're unfortunately going to be dead to this king. The King of Hearts, surprisingly. Usually not the one that takes me down, it's usually the King of Diamonds. But I guess we have to do this. Unless this last card is truly amazing. We play the 10 of Diamonds. And it's the 5 of Diamonds, that's not gonna cut it. We deal 10 damage, bringing him down to 12 HP. But we don't have enough cards to satisfy the 20 attack power. We are unfortunately dead. So we did pretty good though, we made it pretty far. I think we're probably gonna do another game. And we had 3 enemies remaining. We got past the King of Diamonds, he's usually the scary one, but the rest of those kings are pretty scary too. So let's go through and get our face cards. We just started to run out of good cards near the end. All our good stuff was in the discard pile, and we couldn't heal any of it with arts. So alright, let's get the next game set up. And I don't think I broke any rules that time. We'll see when I'm editing the video. you are familiar with my other videos, you might notice that things are pretty different this time around. I've got a different mic and a different lighting setup. In terms of the lighting setup, it should just be a straight up upgrade. We've got much more even lighting and less grainy because the lighting is sufficient enough that my phone doesn't need to use its light compensation, which tends to make the video look a lot worse. And for the microphone, it might not be an objective upgrade, but I got so sick of my old microphone giving me technical problems, recording entire sessions and then finding out the audio is totally unusable, and just so many problems that I ditched it and I got a new one. And I don't know if this new one is better. I've done some test recordings and it does have some problems, but it at least works, unlike my old microphone half the time, so sorry if you don't think it sounds as good, but this is what we're going with for now. Maybe I'll invest in a more expensive microphone later. So, let's deal our first hand. There's our starting hand. And our first opponent is the Jack of Hearts. I think we'll open with the 7 of Spades. We deal 7 damage, reduce his attack power to 3, and we'll discard the 4 of Clubs, I think. Next, we'll play the 4 of Spades. We deal 4 damage, and we reduce his attack power to 0. Now I'm gonna play the 4 of Diamonds. We draw 4 cards. And we deal 4 damage, bringing him down to 5 HP. And do we save the 5 of Spades, or do we use it now to get the card into our tavern? Let's play the 5 of Diamonds, I think. We draw 1 card. That's a pretty good one. And we get you in our tavern. These go to the discard. And our next opponent is the Jack of Clubs. Let's start with the 9 of Hearts. So there are not 9 cards in here, so the whole thing will go to the tavern. We deal 9 damage. And now we take 10 damage, and I think we'll get rid of the 10 of Hearts. Next, let's play the 7 of Clubs, and that's enough to take out because it deals 14, so we take out the Jack. He goes in the discard. These go in the discard. We reset, and we get the Jack of Diamonds. Now I think we live this. I think. We play the 8 of Spades. We deal 8 damage. We reduce his attack power by 8, so we have to take 2. We will take 2. Oh no, we don't live this. Darn. Okay, well, we play the 5 of Spades. We deal 5 damage. His attack power is reduced to 0. But this 6 of Hearts is not enough to kill, and so we have to play the 8 of Diamonds, and it's our last diamond. We don't draw with it because it's the Jack of Diamonds, and then we have no diamonds going into the next fight, so we are gonna have to play another Joker already. God, this is such a tough game. And I believe this is less than 6, but I'll just count to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he gets brought down to 1 HP. And then we play which takes him out. But we don't draw any cards because it's the Jack of Diamonds, and so we have no cards in our hand going into this fight against the Jack of Spades. So we already have to use our first joker. That's not a good sign. Okay. I think we'll open with the 9 of clubs, which we deal 18 damage. Now we take 10 damage, and we'll just do the 10 of spades. No, I'm not going to do the 10 of spades, I'm going to do the Jack of hearts. And now we'll finish off the fight with the 2 of hearts. We deal 2 damage. He goes to our tavern, and we heal 2 cards from the discard. So, going into the queens, we're already down. And honestly, if this is the Queen of Diamonds, oh, we didn't draw any diamonds, so we're gonna have to use our other joker already. Oh man, this second game might be pretty quick. Okay, well, let's use the 10 of spades. We reset her HP, I forgot to do that. 30 HP. We use the 10 of spades, so she gets dropped down to 20. And let's do the 7 of hearts to discard. We'll play the 9. She goes down to 11 HP, and her attack power is now 0. Let's play the 8 of hearts. So again, we heal from the discard. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There was not 8. We deal 8 damage, so down to 3. And then we end the fight with the 5 of clubs. But again, we're stuck with no diamonds. So, against the Queen of Spades, we have no cards, so we use our second joker. Alright. Pretty scared, to be honest, of the Queen of Diamonds and the King of Diamonds. I have to survive both of them without using a joker. Let's open with the 10 of clubs. So, we deal 20 damage. And now we have to take 15. And I think we'll do the 8 of clubs, the 6 of clubs, and the 3 of hearts. And we'll finish off the Queen of Spades with the 10 of diamonds. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know if we survive if this is the Queen of Diamonds. But she goes to the tavern because we did exactly 30. Oh wait, it has to be the Queen. Oh no, okay, we haven't bought the Queen of Clubs yet either. Let's play. I kind of want to save. No, we're going to draw the Queen of Spades. We'll use that against the Queen of Diamonds. So we'll play right now. We'll play the Jack of Spades with the Ace of Hearts Animal Companion. So we heal 11 cards from the discard. We've kept our discard pile pretty small this game. So less of a chance of running out of cards like we did in that last game, but still very much a chance of not having any diamonds when we need them, and not having any jokers to back us up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we deal 11 damage and reduce her HP so we take 4 damage. Let's do the 4 of hearts. Next, let's play a combo. 3 of spades plus 3 of clubs. That reduces her damage to 0, and we deal 6 damage. We don't deal 12 because it's the queen of clubs. And now we will play the 7 of diamonds. We refill our hand. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is good. This is good. We drop her down to 6 HP. And we'll finish off with the 6 of spades, dealing exactly 6. And she goes to the tavern. And our final queen is the queen of diamonds, and I think we can take care of her because we have the queen of spades, so we instantly neutralize her. 15 versus an attack power of 15, and we deal 15 damage, putting her at 15 HP. And she's neutralized, so she can't hurt us anymore. Oh no, do we not have enough? Wait, we have this. Maybe we're okay. We actually might not have enough cards to deal damage. I think we lost. Oh, that's so annoying. We were so close. I thought we were all set because we had that queen of spades, but we drew such low cards, even with this ace of clubs. We deal 12 damage. Oh wait, maybe. Okay, maybe this works. But we're gonna need really good draws on the next turn. Okay, so that's 6 times 2. Well, first let's heal from the discard. We heal 6 from the discard. Deal 12 damage, so 3 HP remaining. And we play the 2 of clubs, and that takes out the queen of diamonds. Now we're gonna play the 2 and the ace. We draw 3 cards. Boy, I hope they are 3 really good cards, because if they're not, we're definitely about to die. I just realized something I should have done instead. I should have played the 2 and the ace. Dealt 3 damage, put this in my tavern. And then I could have used the 2 of clubs and the ace of diamonds and gotten this. So I think I might have made a fatal error. That's going to cost the game. Actually, we may as well do the 2 and the ace of spades. There's no difference, right? Except that we also get to reduce the king's attack power. But we still need 3 extremely good draws here. 1, that's good. 2, 3. Okay, we might be alive. So, we deal 3 damage. And we reduce the king's attack power from 20 to 17. Now we have to take 17 damage. And I think we have to do the queen and the 3. That's 18. Unfortunate, because I would have liked to use that queen to attack, but we are still hanging on by the skin of our teeth because we can play this 9 now, and we get to refill our hand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We deal 9 damage, so 28 HP remaining on the King of Hearts. And now we take 17 damage. Let's do the 7 of clubs, the 7 of spades, and We have so many diamonds, this might be okay. Typically discarding diamonds is scary, but I think in this instance, because we have 3 other diamonds, I think we're safe to do that. Hopefully. Next, I'm going to play. Let's actually do this first. We combo the 4 of spades and the 4 of clubs. So that's 8. 8 damage times 2 is 16, so we deal. That's 10, and that's 16, 12 HP remaining. And I believe we've just neutralized the king, because that's, no we didn't, not quite, because that's 3, so 11 remaining on the king. Okay, so this is going to be a little risky. We're going to do this. Discard 2 more diamonds. Discarding diamonds is so scary, but I think we're going to end this fight with the jack and the ace. So we kill the king. He goes to the discard, and we refill our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We did get more diamonds, so we are still in it. But I think if this is the king of diamonds, I don't know if there's any way we get out of this. It's not, it's the king of spades. Okay, we might still be alive. I think we'll open with the 8 of spades. Oh no, wait, it's the king of spades, so we can't do that. Or we could, but there's no point, I don't think. Let's open with the 10 of hearts. So we deal 10 damage, and we heal 10 from the discard pile. He's got 30 HP remaining, and we're gonna have to take 20 damage. But we've got 2 diamonds still. And since we're playing hearts, we're keeping a lot of cards in our tavern deck, so... So we can keep tanking as long as we have diamonds, because we have plenty of cards in the tavern. So 20 damage, 8, 17, and that does it. Okay, now let's do the jack of diamonds. We refill our hand again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We deal 10 damage. And we suffer 20 damage. We'll do 10, 16, 18, 20. And I think we have no choice but to play the 8 of diamonds. I don't think any other options would allow us to survive this. So we refill again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, those were some great draws. That might be what we needed. So we deal 8 damage. 12. And I think I'm going to do the queen and the 7 for damage. I think now I could kill him this fight, but I think I want the final attack to be the 10 of diamonds, so that if the king of diamonds is the next enemy, we have a full hand. So I'm gonna play the jack of hearts. We heal 10 from the discard pile. One, two, three, 4, we suffer 20 damage. And I think we'll do these 3. Oh, and we deal 10 damage. I forgot to deal the damage. And for this last attack, we will use the 10 of diamonds, which is overkill, but it allows us to refill our hand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was not a very good hand. I think if we have to fight the King of Diamonds with this, there's no way we live. Actually, we didn't draw a single diamond, so no matter what, our game is over. That's unfortunate. Let's see if we survive to kill at least one more. No diamonds means we will not win. It's the King of Clubs. And we just drew nothing good. We didn't draw any base cards. It's all super low cards. We're gonna have to discard like half our hand when we take damage, and then we've got barely anything. Well, we can play a 3 combo. And no, we cannot add the Ace of Hearts onto this. You're not allowed to do that. Aces can only be applied to single cards. So we heal 9 from the discard pile. I don't even know why I'm bothering to do this because we don't have any diamonds left. But we may as well go through the motions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we deal 9 damage, and we reduce his attack power by 9. So now we have to take 11 damage. We'll just do these 2. And now we fight. We fight with the 8 of clubs, but we don't get double damage bonus. So this only deals 8 damage. And then we take 11 damage, we discard these 2. And now, at this point, we have no more moves we can make. Our hand is empty. We don't have any diamonds. Our jokers were both used at the start. But honestly, I think this was still a very good game because remember how early we had to use both our jokers and then we made it all the way to the last 2 enemies. So even though we lost, I think that was still a very good game. We survived very long with no jokers. Of course, we would have had a very hard time beating the King of Diamonds. But, I mean, if we had a different hand, who knows? But regardless, that's going to be it for tonight. 2 games of Regicide, no wins, unfortunately, but this is a very challenging game. And that's part of what I like about it. I think if the game was too easy to win, it wouldn't be nearly as fun. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy playing Regicide yourself. If you think it looks interesting, like I said, you can play this with any 52 card deck, but the official Regicide deck is the recommended one because it has this amazing art. But if you don't have it, you can still play the game. If you're still awake and you don't mind, consider subscribing to my channel. We play single player card games all the time. Both games like this, more modern style single player card games, as well as the older traditional style solitaire games like Free Cell, Beleaguered Castle, Baker's Dozen, and of course Klondike. And we're soon going to be going outside of our usual realm of card games. At some point soon, I'm going to be doing my first non-card game video, and we're going to be playing 4 Against Darkness, which is a single-player tabletop RPG. I've been playing it on my own and having a great time with it, so I can't wait to play it on camera and see what you guys think of it. But for now, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night, and sleep well.